Hello and welcome to Royal Vibes. Meghan Markle's awkward encounter with Gary Barlow after his Prince Harry revelation. The Duchess reacted awkwardly to a comment made by the Take That singer about Prince Harry and his involvement in the band's musical project. So guys, before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Meghan Markle has found a place among the headlines again every week with each new release of her Archetypes podcast. This week's installment piqued further interest when it was revealed that she was deviating from the norm and welcoming three men, that is Andy Cohen, Trevor Noah and Jude Apatow, onto the show, a first of predominantly female-inspired and powered work. Archetypes is all about exploring the negative stereotypes attributed to women by society, but Meghan Markle admitted that she had not looked at that problem from the other side of the coin. She said Prince Harry, her husband, had inspired her to welcome the trio of men after Royal made a pop-in appearance in the first episode, the only man to do so. Harry is no stranger to dropping in and out of things, having spent his entire life trying his hand at all sorts of ventures like podcasting and the army, football, and even writing a book. An unlikely episode that came in this saga, however, saw Meghan become flustered and momentarily embarrassed when she found out about his former musical escapades before they had met. In 2018, Meghan and Harry joined with band Take That at the Royal Variety Show and were pictured chatting together for a brief period. While it was all laughs and smiles, camera soon caught an awkward moment between Gary Barlow and Meghan when he turned to her and said of Harry, "He's been on one of our records." The Duchess, unsure of how to perceive this, rearranged her hair and gave a small laugh, as though she were unsure whether Mr. Barlow was joking or not. Mr. Barlow followed up by saying, "We are serious," to which Harry chipped in Jamaica, wasn't it?" Meghan, looking on in disbelief, and said, "Oh my goodness, you learn something new every day." Harry played the tambourine on Sing, a song written by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Mr. Barlow, and which was performed by artists across the Commonwealth to celebrate the Queen's Diamond Jubilee in 2012. Clips online show Harry and Mr. Barlow joking about the Duke's appearance on the track in the process of its creation. When the singer asks him to appear with just one hit on the tambourine, Harry replies, "It's going to cost you." To create the song, Mr. Barlow traveled to many different parts of the world, including treetops in Kenya, where the Queen had been staying with Prince Philip when she was told of her father's death in 1952. After completion, the song was presented to the Queen in May 2012 with Mr. Barlow and Mr. Lloyd Webber gifting her a framed copy of the sheet music. In its second week of release, Sing rose from number 11 to number 1 in the UK singles charts and became Mr. Barlow's first chart-topping single since 1997, Hit Love Won't Wait. Meanwhile, returning to her Archetype podcast, Meghan said of the process in which she has explored stereotypes, saying, "Now, if you have been listening to the past 11 episodes, you may have noticed that you haven't heard many men's voices. In fact, until now, outside a pop-in from my husband in the first episode, this show has featured exclusively women's voices, and that's by design. It was important to us that women have a space to share their authentic and complicated, complex and dynamic experiences, to be heard and to be understood," she continued by saying. "But through that process, it also occurred to me, and truth be told, at the suggestion of my husband, that if we really want to shift how we think about gender and the limiting levels that we separate people into, then we have to broaden the conversation and we have to actively include men in that conversation and certainly in that effort." The Duchess went on to say that she enlisted some very thoughtful men in the effort, men who have been behind some of the most successful movies and TV shows, but also who are part of cultural conversations in such an impactful way through their roles in media and also for some of them, their roles as husbands and dads. There are 12 episodes of Archetypes in total, and they have generally been met with positive feedback from critics and the public. At the beginning of the September, Archetypes ranked as the number one podcast on Spotify in 7 countries after its premiere episode, which featured tennis superstar Serena Williams. As of the week commencing November 28, Archetypes was on a downward trend in the charts, sinking to number 34. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.